All right, it's Wednesday. Let's continue with cleaning the carburetors. I did all the polishing of the parts yesterday, and now I'm going to clean the bodies. I'm going to be using S100. This stuff is magic on bikes. You use it on the bikes cold, which is why it's in here in my kitchen sink. I'm going to use cold water rinse after I clean the parts with the S100. You spray it on, you brush it around, clean it off, put it in cold water to rinse it. So I'm inside in my kitchen, and let's see how this goes. Be real careful not to let this stuff dry, because if it dries, it turns into sort of a white, really hard, crystallized material that's tough to get off. So you wash it with S100 like so, keeping it wet, and then rinse it in cold water. On a bike, you can spray the whole bike down with this stuff, and then rinse it off, and I mean, it really cleans it fast. It's amazingly fast. All right. Okay, so I got two of everything. My hands sure are clean. All right, let's take this out to all this stuff out to the garage and dry it off. All right, back in the shop, and okay. We'll let this dry. We'll resume in a few minutes. Right now, Kevin's on his way to do a test ride on the White Norton. All right, let's do a little cleaning on these bodies, and then we'll basically put them back together, because these are the parts that come in the rebuild kits. and plus the gaskets, of which I don't have. So we're going to get the rebuild kit. So we're going to put all this back together and then wait on the parts, okay? So first, one of the things you want to do is take a probe, in this case a broken end of a Q-tip, and make sure that these passages here are nice and clear. This is where it sucks the gas up to get into the pilot jet, the idle jet. So they have to be clear. I find them clogged up a lot. Okay? Now this in here, this is where the gas needle sits. And what I do is I take a little bit of this, fine valve lapping compound, put it on the tip of a Q-tip, or cotton swab officially, and just clean out in here, sides, bottom, get out any oxide that might be in there. Anything that might make the needle a little difficult to slide up and down or to seat. Okay. Nice and pretty. Nice and pretty, nice and shiny. No, I don't think you can see that, but don't worry about it. It's clean. The next thing I do with these bowls is I make sure that this surface is flat. I lay a flat screwdriver down and just barely go across it. Actually, I'm going to do this. Just lightly. So you get a nice shiny flat surface. A little roughness here. Okay. The next part of this equation is this. This needs to be nice and shiny and flat. Okay, and the backside, these get crushed by over tightening the bolt that holds bolt that holds them on. They get mushed in. So I always hit them a little bit. And you can see how it's mushed in the center. Okay? So we gotta get that guy flat again for a nice seal. Otherwise, that real thin fiber washer they give you, it won't seal. See? Well, that's much better. Nice and flat all the way across. Okay, call that one good. Well, let's get this guy. All right, nice and flat. This is a little etched. Okay, that's better. All right, so these are cleaned up. The bowl bottoms are cleaned up. The gas passages are clean. The gas needle jet is cleaned. Put that up there. Let's take these. Now the air screws here. The air comes in here, goes down here, mixes here, being controlled by the a jet adjuster, goes into this chamber here and meets with the gas that comes up through this hole and goes down this pipe and gets into this mixing chamber. So we have to go from here and make sure that we have spray out to make sure it goes through. Go here to make sure it goes out of here. To go through here and come out here to make sure all these passages are clear. And in here are two little bitty holes. These are where the gas gets sprayed. They have to get a good spray out of there. I use CRC with a rubber tip on the end. And let's just start trying a few. Let's go in this side over here. So it's going straight through. If I block that off with my finger, it should come out up here. And it does. Now if I block that off and spray through here, we should see it in the throat. Let's see if I can hold this up so that you can see inside the throat. Let's see. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm going to get it in here. I'm going to block it with my thumb here. This is going to be next to impossible. I can see it. Now see if you can see these two holes. Do you see them? Oh, here they are. Can you see them? Both of those holes are spraying. So all the passages are clear. I'm going to do that again. I'm holding this hole shut. I'm injecting cleaner into this hole. And you're looking for the spray over here. I'll even try to block this hole. And look for the spray here. Okay, both of them are spraying. You probably only saw one because they're next to each other. Let me double check. Yep, good spray out of both holes. So all these passages are clear. Okay. All right, so these are ready to be put back together. And I'll start that in just a second. Now, since these are premieres, the pilot jets come out. You can clean them with a tiny little cleaner and make sure that they're nice and clean, like so. You can also clean these while they're in the carb, just the way you used to do the old jets that are embedded in the carb through the adjuster hole. But since I have them here, make sure that they're nice and clean. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put together the main jet, needle jet combination. And these will go up in here. Now you can struggle with them if you want, or you can just put this in here. And you'll love this. There you go. Oh, I'll probably get comments on that one. All right, so let's go over there and do some more. Now, I don't have the gasket for the bowl to the, I don't think I do. Let's double check. I don't have a nice, I've got some old float gaskets, but I'm not going to use them because I'm going to buy the set. So if I had the new ones, I would put them on. So I'm just going to put this on lightly while I wait for the parts. In the meantime, let's take this and check the float height. Check the float height. Pressing down lightly. Am I showing you this properly? Okay. Now I like to press it down here on the tang, not the needle, on this, and I like the float height to be just below this. I like about 1/8 of an inch. Now this is a little higher than normal, but I got no real problem with it. It's not worth going after. Okay? It's not up flush with the top. Let's try the other one. Let's just push down on here. And once again, I have no problem with that. It's right up here, just below the lid, just below the top. And that's just fine. Okay? All right, so we've got float height set. We've got the jets available. And might as well put these on temporarily. Now this is temporarily till I get the new gaskets on, but I might as well store the stuff where it goes. I love these screwdrivers. They have this knurled area that really makes it easy to spin. A little bit of a gap. That can be addressed later by flattening the top of the bowl on a file like I did. Now the good news is the gas level's down below here, so it's not overly critical, but it can be fixed. Let's put this guy in where it belongs. Over here. Your jet goes in all the way. Now I'm not going to put these on permanently because we get new washers with them, new sealing washers with the kit, but I will put them in here just to store them in place. I was told that these were made this way, not so that you could drain the bowl, but so that the racing teams could change out the main jet if they needed to change a main jet up or down. They could do it without taking the bowl off. That makes a lot of sense to me. All right. We can put these on the top. I can store these inside. I can actually go ahead and put these inside. I'll put these onto the cables. Okay. These can be stored here temporarily while waiting for the new washers. I have no problem reusing these washers, but since the kits are ordered, I'll use the new ones. These can be kept in that big box over there as a sometimes maybe needed washer for a bike that comes in with missing or broken washers. They're not critical. They'll either seal or they won't, is what I'm saying. Come on. So I'm just going to store these here. Well, I'm not going to put the top hat filters in because you get new top hat filters with the kit. But it's nice having all the parts where you need them. That way, when we go to resume the job, we can know where everything is. All right, let's go over and put these slides on the cables. All right, let's put the slides on the cables. So I've got the slide in here. You see how it's nice and smooth? You make darn sure that it slides smoothly. Okay, I'm gonna hold that there. Oh, meanie, Mac. You know what? I can't do this because I don't have the new clips. Well, yeah, I can. Hang on. All right, I just went through my concentric spares. I have two brand new needle clips, so I'm going to use them. And put this together. Okay, let's see. Let's see how to show this the easiest way. Can you see this? Am I showing you everything? Let's move back some. Okay. What I do, put the spring on here, reach down, grab the cable, go like this, slide this in here, catch the hole. Once again, I'm trying to find a Work inside darkness. And I can't see. There it is, and now in there. Okay, now I've got it in. Now I can drop this in. And the only thing I have to say here is don't just let the springs snap in. Lower it gently. If you let it snap in, it may land on top of the pin and drive it right out of the clip. And it'll just hang there and then fall out later. Okay? So these are now ready to go in here when we're ready. Like so. Okay? Let's go do the other one. Now I say to myself, where's, oh, that's right, the slide's in here. Nice, that, nice and loose. Once again, looking down the dark hole, trying to get this little thing in there. Come on. And then catch it. Okay. Once again, put the needle in. Hello, do I hear somebody visiting?
Hello.
Hi there. And let this down nice and slow. There we go. Oh, look what's over there. Say hi, world. You are now famous. Isn't she adorable?
Hi.
Hi. Can you wave? Hi.
No,
Good
no.
girl. Okay, so I've reached a stopping point. I've got the carburetors just hanging here, waiting for the new gaskets and stuff like that. And I'm going to put this bike aside tomorrow and put the white bike back up there and go through its carburetors because it has a mid-range problem. And probably getting into the cleaning the pilot jets and the, well, we'll see. We'll get it up there and drop the bottoms off the carb and see what it looks like. So that's where we are. I'm going to call it a day now and try to do something other than motorcycles.